What
We are
is my
live.
number?
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Uh, Thank you very
Good
much.
afternoon, viewers. We are
Once
live now.
again, we we are live. Thank you very much. Once again, we Adeyinka Olaiya once again with you, like we normally do. This time around, with me here is Honorable CHUKS ILOEGBUNAM. ILOEGBUNAM.
Correct. Yes, correct.
ILOEGBUNAM.
Yes.
It's a Nigerian-Brazilian uh, candidating as Deputado Federal, Federal House of Representative, if I'm okay with the English.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
We are here again. Let's hear our honorable doing us well in Brazil. Uh, Honorable Chuks, thank you very much for joining this program. This is Adeyinka
Thank
Olaiya
you,
once
my
again.
valuable journalist. Thank you.
We thank you. Your presence is highly welcome. Thank you very much. I would like you to say hello to Nigerians in Brazil, to Nigerians in the US, in Canada, in Nigeria, and around the world. Tell them who you are. You're welcome to this program, sir. Sadi Inkalaya once again. Thank you very much.
Welcome, our viewers. My name is CHUKS ILOEGBUNAM. I'm a lawyer by profession. I'm from Umuike village, Oka, in Anambra State, Nigeria. In my school days, I studied at Boys Secondary School, Ibuku, that is in Aguata local government area. After that, I went to University of Calabar, where I read law. Then 88, I went to Nigerian Law School, Victoria Island. Then following the political tumult in Nigeria, after Abiola's election, I decided to try my luck in another place, and that place happened to be Brazil.
Wow.
In my view, the most beautiful country in the world. Brazil is a place to be compared with no other place in this world. I'm just saying the truth. The way they receive people, they receive you like they can receive their own parents. They give you all the help just to make sure that you are integrated into the society. And this is exactly what I did. I arrived here 1993. Since then, I've decided to make Brazil my second home.
Wow. Wow. Uh, Sir, uh, it's just something very important now. Brazil is your second home. Where is your first home?
Well, my first home remains Nigeria, no matter what the situation is. I believe in a day after. Things are not so good now, but I believe strongly that eventually Nigeria will become the country we all dreamed for.
Thank you very much. Sir, thank you very much. And I'm very sure Brazilians are also following this short interview.
Yes, because of this, let me just briefly talk in Portuguese.
Exactly.
Olá, boa tarde, brasileiros. Estamos aqui ao vivo falando sobre minha pessoa. Sou CHUKS ILOEGBUNAM, sou advogado e veio para o Brasil em 93. Desde então, o Brasil se tornou minha segunda casa. E o povo me acolheram, me deu tudo apoio. Por isso que eu decidi ficar aqui Para mim, Brasil é o melhor país do mundo, apesar de problemas que nós temos aqui. Todos os países têm problemas, mas aqui vamos resolver nosso problema. Por isso que eu me candidatei para ser o deputado federal, para ir para Brasília e tentar trazer aquilo que São Paulo merece. Por isso que eu estou aqui para pedir voto de vocês. A gente vamos conversar. Eu quero ouvir vocês fazendo as perguntas. O que eu vou fazer em Brasília, o que eu vou fazer aqui em São Paulo. Okay, my honor, we can go on.
Thank you very much. Sir, like you mentioned something very interesting now. You mentioned Brazil as a second home. You decided to relocate to Brazil because you found a better place to live, as like you have just said, sir. Sir, why do you think you can help to better the conditions of every Brazilian? I'm not talking of just the Africans now. I'm not talking of Nigerian. Why do you think with your candidacy you can help better the condition of every Brazilian in the state of Sao Paulo? What makes you
Yes,
think you are the right person that can do that?
correct. This is a very good question. I've been here for almost 29 years, and I never left the state of São Paulo. I've been here all these years. I come to notice that with each passing year, São Paulo keeps on receiving people from all over the world, including Brazilians from other states. Then what happens? Thousands end up in the street. They live in the street, principally after the COVID. Since the inception of COVID-19, thousands of Brazilians are living in the street of São Paulo, including foreigners. But the fact is, the state of São Paulo has the biggest challenge of security and jobs. Before you talk about jobs, the most important problem São Paulo has today is security. The police is not coping because the number is overwhelming. Because of this, I have this dream of helping the people that live in the street, thousands, to begin to do something, to have something to do as means of livelihood. Because when you have something occupying your mind, you have something to do to make your own money, no matter how little, then you have no chance to think about crime. So this is my first challenge, because when you talk about security, you are talking about job. So people should be given the opportunity to have something to do. You have so many immigrants, they arrive here, they can't speak the language, they don't know from where to start. So people in these situations, I have to find a way of creating jobs for them to do. And I can do that in so many ways. For example, you have Brazilians who are healthy. They don't have any health problem physically or mentally. They are men capable of doing something, but because nobody gives them this opportunity, they are all lying waste. So I want to organize these people and give them just fast training in the field of bricklaying, in the field of painting, and the plastic of Paris, this kind of plastic we use in doing dry walls and all that. Brazilians are very, very gifted people when you talk about job. So anything you put them to train and to begin to work on that, They can do it. The same thing goes to Africans who live here, principally Nigerians. They're just here wasting their life because they don't know exactly where to start. The language is difficult and so on. But to train them to do handwork, you don't need a lot of Portuguese to train, to be a bricklayer, to be a painter. You can do that very well. Then what happened? After training these people, I will form them into cooperatives,
Mm.
both Brazilians and foreigners. I'll create cooperatives for them. Then, with my connection with the present governor of Sao Paulo, who I'm sure is going to be re-elected, Rodrigo Garcia, he will help us in getting some credit to buy equipment for these people to open their shops, to work and to create jobs for themselves. The same thing goes for women. Women can be trained in the area of sewing. They can do that without coming downtown. They can stay in their homes, form these cooperatives. Whatever they sew will be sent to the market in Brass, because here Brass is a very big market. It can contain any number of traders there. We can help them to organize, to have a kind of agreement with shop owners in Brass, 25, for them to sell whatever they produce. Then it will create a kind of outlet, which is a kind of a way to link them with the shop owners in Brass and the other Brazilian cities so that they can sell whatever they produce. And in a very organized way, these people wouldn't be wasting a lot of time traveling to go to Brass. And when they arrive in Brass, they have to put their things in prohibited places. Sometimes they lost their products, because they are staying in illegal places and they have to start all over again. So to avoid this kind of waste and suffering, my intention is to create kind of cooperatives for our people, principally, for them to stay wherever they live. From this kind of cooperative, they can produce whatever they want. Even I can help them to export whatever they produce. I can do that because Brazilian products are well demanded all over the world. So with good planning and production, there is no way they cannot make it. They can make it. Then our able-bodied men, we can form them into what we call vigilantes. We used to have this in Nigeria, where they will be responsible for monitoring our districts. Police will only supervise them. Because when criminals come on motorbike, they just arrive and do whatever they want to do and escape. Sometimes people lose their life because of cell phone. For a criminal to take your cell phone, he can kill you. He doesn't care. But with vigilantes formed by able-bodied men all over Sao Paulo City, in cooperatives, they can have what is called convenio. That's a kind of arrangement with the district groups so that they will be contracted to come and monitor their districts. Because when the criminals know that they have vigilantes in all these districts, they won't come there. Because anything that will draw the attention of the police, the criminal wouldn't like that to happen. So that's why we need this kind of groups we will call defense forces or people's defense forces. They will help police to monitor our districts because crime is very high in Brazil here, principally Sao Paulo, because being the richest and the only state that has the best opportunity for everybody. That's why crime also is very high. So this is what I intend to do if I'm elected to go to Brasilia. What am I going to Brasilia to do? To go there with other deputies to talk about what affects our states. I'm representing São Paulo. Whatever that will be due to São Paulo, I'll make sure I'll bring it to São Paulo with dialogue. I'm not going there to fight or to make things obstruct projects of the federal government. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do whatever that is due to São Paulo to bring it back to São Paulo. That's what I intend to do.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, we have a lot of greetings here for you, and I'm already receiving some questions on my cell phone. This is a greeting from Renan Poli. So congratulations, Chuks. We have from Mustafa Mau. He said, Bortad. We have from John Atama. Saying greetings to you, Yinka and Honorable Chuks. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Like we know, we also have Brazilians as our spectators. They're also watching us. So if
Okay,
you can
thank
add a
you.
little bit of
Can
Portuguese to
I
what you say.
explain to our Brazilian
You
audience
can
what
speak a little bit of Portuguese.
just okay?
Exactly.
In a nutshell, boa tarde, meu povo de São Paulo. O que eu acabei de dizer é o seguinte: eu estou indo para Brasília para representar a vocês, em primeiro lugar. Qualquer benefício que é para São Paulo, vou trazer para São Paulo, dialogando com o governo federal, não importa quem seja. Vocês que vão escolher quem será presidente. Mas quem será presidente, eu vou trabalhar com essa personagem, respeitando, dialogando. Dessa forma, a gente chega onde nós queremos. Outra coisa que acabou de explicar, aqui em São Paulo, tem muitas pessoas, milhares de brasileiros moram na rua porque não têm oportunidade de fazer nada. Então, a minha proposta é a seguinte: vou organizar o povo que mora na rua, que não tem problema de saúde nenhuma. Os homens serão treinados para ser pedreiros, pintores, gesteiros, coisa que tem a ver com construção. E depois de treinamento, vou ajudar eles a organizar no que nós chamamos cooperativos. A gente vai correr atrás de crédito para comprar equipamentos, para abrir escritório. Eles terão o que nós chamamos centro de marketing. O que é centro de marketing? Centro que corre atrás de emprego, de serviço para esses cooperativos. Essa é primeiro para os homens. Também os homens terão condições de ser segurança. Segurança nos bairros, não é segurança no banco, na casa privada, não. Nos bairros, eles serão defensores solidários. Depois de treinamento, vou ajudar eles a organizar num cooperativo que vai ter convênios com bairros e para vigiar os bairros. Quando os criminosos sabem que tem vigilantes nesses lugares, eles não vão, porque vão despertar, vão alertar a polícia. Aí o briga fica muito intenso. Por isso que nós precisamos homens que vivem na rua fazendo nada nessas situações. Criar emprego para eles. Porque quando você tem emprego, você tem alguma coisa de fazer para te ajudar mesmo, sem ficar esperando que o governo recebe auxílio Brasil, isso, aquilo. Você se torna cidadão. Você se sente cidadão. Então, quando você tem esse tipo de condições de correr atrás...
Because of our time,
Yes.
I'll be cutting you a little bit short because we have a very short time to
Okay, no
Let us
problem.
talk a little bit as we are Nigerians. We are you are a Nigerian. We are Nigerians, and we
Yes.
are Africans. There's a greeting for you here from Zenaide Santos. There's a Brazilian who is also a journalist. Good afternoon, boa tarde, parabéns pela live. Obrigado.
Obrigado.
Uh, Listen, as we are Nigerians, my
Yeah.
question is, let's go straight to the point. What do you
Right.
have for us if elected as an African representative today? What do you have for? How do you intend to better the lives of every African in the streets of Sao Paulo, principally Nigerians in the streets of Sao Paulo? What do you have for us if you are eventually elected as federal deputy?
Thank you very much. They said charity begins at home. We live here in Sao Paulo, even though we are Nigerians or Africans, we are immigrants. One thing we have to do quickly is organization. It's very important. Let me say that 90% of Nigerians and Africans here in Sao Paulo, they are into trade, but they are not organized. When you are not organized, you become very, very lonely. So if something happens, there is no place to go to. So my intention is to be our people's voice. First of all, they have to begin now to organize themselves so that whatever problem they have, they will look for me. And I will make sure they get what they think they deserve. And as I said, here, Brazilians don't discriminate. We are all the same. We are all in the same situation. But we need somebody to speak for us, which we've never had since the arrival of Nigerians here in Brazil. Because when I talk about leadership, it's not just Nigerian community alone. I'm talking about Nigeria as a whole, not only here in St. Paul. If you live in Salvador, you live in another state, you can equally call upon me and say, look, this is the problem I'm having. I can link to another House of Rep in your state and tell him about your problem. So what we need is to organize ourselves. Nigerian community has been very shaky since the inception, but we've been trying everything possible to let our people know that we should come together and move our community forward. Because when you are together, it becomes easy for you to solve the problems you have. But if you decide to do it alone, then it becomes very difficult for you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Para os que estão nos assistindo, ele está dizendo, obviamente, o que ele tem para nós, né? Como os africanos e também como. Embora ele fala muito bem português, mas é como político procura expressar mais, né, em detalhes. Mas o jornalista, ele, né, um pouco mais rápido por causa do tempo. Então, ele já explicou aqui, né, que, né, embora ele é nigeriano, mas o trabalho dele é para todo mundo, seja africano, seja brasileiro, seja o que for. Ele está aí para defender, né, para levar a voz até Brasília, né, o que precisa, né, que pode, né, procurar por ele, que ele estará sempre disposto, disponível a ajudar o povo dele, né? O povo dele não é só nigeriano, não. O africano, o brasileiro e todo mundo, né? Que
Com
talvez vão
certeza, com
ele.
certeza.
Então,
Todo mundo que mora em São Paulo.
exato. E estamos tendo aqui também, we are having a lot of greetings to you here. This is Alex
Thank you.
Theophilos. This is Captain Alex saying congratulations to you too. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Captain Alex, for saying hello. He's our candidate. He's the only Nigerian contesting right now for Federal House of Representative. We hope to host other Nigerians too. We have no option right now, like we say in Yoruba language. They say your daughter cannot have a nice waist, and you go and put the bead in the waist of another daughter. So either we like it or not, he's representing us. So we have no option but to give him the support. Vote for him. Sir.
Another thing, let me add one small thing which
Okay. Okay.
time is not allowed, but let me go briefly. And
Yeah.
when we are talking about orphanages, I want you to know that we have Nigerian children that live in orphanages. Many people are not aware of that. Either the father is in prison or he has left Brazil and abandoned the child and the mother here, and the children are living in the orphanages. So my proposal for the orphanages is this. I'm going to open English school with all the orphanages in Sao Paulo, principally in the capital. And I will use volunteers, teachers from countries that speak English to help me to teach all these orphans so that from tender age they will begin to speak English. Estou explicando para que eu vou levar inglês para os orfanatos aqui em São Paulo. Ajuda as crianças a começar agora a aprender inglês. É muito importante. É isso que eu estou explicando.
Tá certo. Barrister Chuks, I have a very good question for you, sir. You mentioned Nigeria community a little bit shaky, and you've been part of us. You've been helping to also make the community better. I mean, you've been so active, sir. If eventually, if you become the leader, I mean our voice there in Brasilia, what do you have for the community? What do you have
my
for
my answer is very simple. I will be very, very prepared to receive instructions from any Nigerian on how to move this community forward. I cannot impose anything on the community. Many of you know how I am. Dialogue is always the key. If we can sit down as brothers and sisters and have dialogue, there is nothing we cannot solve. I don't see any problem in the Nigerian community. It's a question of ego. If we can remove ego and come together as brothers and sisters, as a family, Nigerian community will be something else. Other African countries will be very anxious to learn from us because Nigeria being the giant we dream of, will begin to put it into practice here in Sao Paulo State. But we need to brush aside our ego and come together. So that is my answer.
I want you to direct your votes. I mean, the ask them to vote for you. Talk like a politician now.
Okay, because people have this impression that politicians are the same.
What is your number? What is your number? Under what party are you?
Okay, my people, my party is PSDB. PSDB is my party. My number is CHUKS 4511. What I'm telling you now is what I'm going to do. I cannot promise. I cannot.
CHUKS 4511. You are asking the families of every African in Brazil, our wives, our children, our friends, our colleagues to vote for CHUKS 4511.
Correct. And again, brasileiros de São Paulo, essa é a primeira vez vocês estão vendo um africano pedindo seu voto. Vocês já cansaram de ver há anos promessas, ninguém faz nada. Mas o que eu estou prometendo eu vou fazer. Vote 4511, junto com Rodrigo Garcia, governador. com ele, qualquer coisa que eu precisar para vocês, eu vou conseguir. Porque ele é um homem de diálogo, homem muito simples, humilde. Ele é mais preparado que tem aqui no estado de São Paulo para governar esse estado. Junto comigo, vou para Brasília brigar por vocês. Briga não é de tapa. Eu não estou falando para atrapalhar, não. Vocês viram, 4 anos se passaram, só briga em Brasília. Eu estou indo lá para dialogar com o que vocês votam como presidente. Vou dialogar. O que é de São Paulo, vou trazer para São Paulo. Junto com o Rodrigo Garcia, nós vamos começar a resolver nossos problemas, que é muito, porque São Paulo acolhe todo mundo. São Paulo não é só pessoas paulistas, não. Então, nós temos
Então,
muitos desafios, mas com Rodrigo Garcia nós chegaremos
o
lá.
doutor está representando o brasileiro, está representando o nigeriano, está representando o africano, imigrantes, todo
Todo
mundo.
mundo que mora em São Paulo pode ser
Para
imigrante,
que todo
sim,
mundo vota em Honorable CHUKS.
sem dúvida.
Honorable
Todo mundo
CHUKS.
tem que votar em mim. Essa obrigação é o seu, mas esse
We
voto
should
vale
vote
agora.
for Honorable CHUKS.
Sim,
Nigerians that are watching us, this is Honorable CHUKS. Is the that we like it or not, is representing Nigerians. We have no
correct.
option. We have to
So,
vote
my
for you.
people, it's left for you. Vote for
It's
me.
time
Ask your
to
friends,
pick up
Brazilian
them.
friends, to vote. Let us do something different this year. We've been in the dark for a long time, but this time around we are in the light. So vote for me. Ask your friends to vote for me. If I get to Brasilia, I'm not going to disappoint you. You will always have a free way to come to me. You want to talk to me anywhere, I'm ready to meet you. This is the way I'm going to help our people in this state, São Paulo.
Thank you very much. There's a question here for you.
Yes.
Somebody is asking me that we are also at a political period in Nigeria, and the politics in Nigeria is as difficult as zero. Let me put it that way.
Correct.
Hope we will not see the politics in Nigeria if you are elected here in Brazil. That's the question they're asking you. They have used politics, not politics.
Correct. What happened is this: when the issue is about Nigerian politics, is a topic that is very, very thorny and very sensitive. Why? Because we still believe that we are not the same people. We will talk very nicely when we are talking about politics, but when the issue gets home, where you have, oh, this guy is not an Igbo guy, this guy is not a Yoruba, then we begin to speak different tongues. And this is what has been impeding progress in Nigerian politics. When the person at the top is from your own area of Nigeria and he's doing something wrong, people are criticizing, then you will defend him because he speaks your own language. And this is an impediment, to progress. It's not a good thing for Nigeria.
So here in Brazil, you will not be like that.
Of
Here
course,
in
I am
Brazil,
not. I'm not going to be,
here in
because
Brazil,
see,
you are going to do a job.
Yes,
Politics.
Nigerians are more organized in the diaspora. This is my own perception. We are better in diaspora than at home.
And Nigeria.
So here you can see we are friends. But now, after the primaries in Nigeria, we begin to fight again. Look at our platform. Every day is fight, insult, and that. So we should try to move away from this ethnic divide. We have to move away from that. It doesn't do us any good. And let me tell you, some people are praying that Nigeria, oh, Nigeria will be great again. And so Nigeria will be great, but it depends on us. Nigeria as a country is a geographical expression. Nigeria is we. If we decide that Nigeria will be good next year, it will. But if we want to keep on playing the same game we've been playing for ages, nothing will change. Because for any country to move forward, you have to have security. Nigeria is security zero today.
Sir, you mentioned something that you were part of that revolution at the time of 1993 election in Nigeria that eventually robbed the MKO Abiola of his opportunities.
Correct.
I was lucky to be a part of this time too. I was with Inks magazine. I don't know if you know Inks magazine there of Dr. Ibeka
Yeah.
Chuku. I was a
Yes,
cartoon
yes.
journalist with Inks magazine as
Correct.
far as 1990.
Correct.
That was when we revolutionized journalism in Nigeria. I was along with Dele Momodu, Alawaye, Kayode Ajala. I was a young
Correct.
graduate.
Mhm.
We were running here and there with Merely Ezekiel, who through her I was
Correct.
able to have my ever first exhibition. I worked with her too in Classic Magazine.
Correct.
This period was a very tough period in Nigeria where we were trying to. So a lot of journalists were running here and there that took many of us out of the country. You know,
Correct.
it was a tough period in Nigeria, and
Yes.
such period I don't think we've ever uh, witnessed it in Brazil here. You know, it was a tough
No.
one. You know, so now as a candidate in Brazil here, if you are elected, if you are elected, how do you intend? How do you intend to give us as the? I mean, you know, a lot of us left the country at that very moment, and we got abroad. We couldn't even find our feet. You know,
Correct.
how do you
Correct.
intend to insert Nigerians that are still running, till today out of the country, and those that have run to Brazil? How do you intend to insert Nigerians into the system? How can we be part of it? You are already part of the system now.
Yes.
You also ran,
Well,
but
you
in your own
see,
way.
the point
How
is
do you want
that
to put Nigerians into the system?
yes, in the beginning it was very, very difficult. And first of all, when you arrive in Brazil, all you need to do to begin your process of integration is to learn the language. You may not go to a school to become a graduate of Portuguese, but you can learn to communicate with the people of Brazil. Because when you're able to communicate with them, you learn their ways of life, they will learn your own ways of life. And the process of integration will not be very difficult. And again, our people should decide when they arrive in Brazil, what actually do they want? Because many people come here briefly to make so-called millions and go back to Nigeria. Because of that, they have no plan of settling down here. So you have to decide exactly what do you want, what brought you to Brazil. If your intention is to settle down here, then you have to begin the process of integration.
Sir,
First
it's
of
like
which was,
you're not getting my point, sir. So this is an interactive program. I have to be touching
okay,
you a bit. Sir,
okay.
recently I've been hammering on trying to insert Nigerian graduates, not only Nigerian. Let me just put it that
Mhm.
way. African.
Yes,
Let me be straight. You know, you are our candidate. A
yes,
lot of Nigerians are in the streets of Sao Paulo today. Many of them are graduates, and I've been
yes.
trying. I've been hammering on this.
Mhm.
I'll tell you one thing. I was a
Yes.
victim of this situation too when I came to this country. Nobody knew
Mhm.
I went to OAU. Nobody knew I went to a university in Nigeria, even though I was
Yeah.
young. You know,
Mhm.
when I came in here, I was lost too. Like many. You know, now you find a lot of them in the streets of Sao Paulo. We have a Nigerian who a degree in geology or matters in geophysics, who is now a tailor. You have a medical doctor that walk in the street. All these things
Okay.
are hindering the possibilities of Nigerians. I've been hammering
Yes.
on revalidation, and I've been hammering, and I will continue hammering until
Okay.
Nigerians are inserted into the system.
My
You are our
honorable.
candidate now. How do you want to do that? How do you
Okay,
want to
my
take that as a
honorable.
mission?
Not to remove what you are saying, we are still saying the same thing. Whether you are a graduate in Nigeria before coming here, or you want to study here, the
No,
first
not
thing is to
study.
learn.
How
The,
do you want to make them be part of the system? You
but that
take that
that
now
is
as a
exactly what I'm
mission.
saying. The first
Exactly.
process is integration. How do you integrate in a society when you cannot communicate in the language of the society? First of all is for you to learn the language. You may be a graduate, a PhD holder, a medical doctor, you arrive here. Then if you have the intention of going for further studies, that is where the issue of revalidation will come in. And how does that work? First of all, you will go to a center, USP, San Francisco, that is in Sao Paulo. Go there to the Department of Revalidation. They will show you what you have to do. First of all, you have to bring your historical curriculum from wherever you studied in Nigeria. You have to apply. They will send it to Nigerian-Brazilian embassy in Abuja, where it will be translated
Yeah, no, no.
officially.
We know this. We know this. We know all these procedures. What I'm saying is,
Okay. Uh-huh.
you, as our voice now,
Correct. Correct.
we are mobilizing the vote for you. But I believe
Yes.
Nigerians must mobilize the vote for you. This is not a
Correct.
matter of choice. Now we don't have to
Mhm.
even think of voting for somebody else. We cannot
Yes.
have a Nigerian contesting for federal deputy and we vote for somebody else. This
Correct.
is the moment you have to put aside wherever
Mm-hmm.
you are from, or Yoruba, Hausa, Ghana, whatever, or whatever tribe you are from. This is the time
Right.
you vote for a Nigerian that is contesting. I want to sit for us there. We have a
Yes.
Nigerian there for Senate, a Nigerian there, state. We have
Correct.
Honorable Emeka Ujo too, state. We have Aderomu, which is Senate. We have Nigerians that are contesting for state. So we have the obligation to
Yes.
support our people. That's why I'm asking
Correct.
you these questions now. Sir, we know that we have to go around. If you come
Mm-hmm.
to the country, we will soon go to micro. You know, what I'm saying is,
Yes.
if you are elected,
Yes.
should we count on you that you will also, like I'm mobilizing it now. Hammering. I'm
Yes.
hammering. But I don't want to see Nigerians walking in the street of Sao Paulo without work. I don't want to see a Nigerian professional who
Yes.
left Nigeria as a professional running after
Mhm.
English class of kind of a thing. You know,
Correct.
how do
My
we
my honorable,
professionalize
my honorable.
Nigerians in this country? Yeah.
Yes, I am a realist, and I have to tell you what I can do. It's not everything that you can do. If you have graduates roaming the streets of Sao Paulo, these are graduates, they don't have anything to do with their certificate. The first process, I have said it, I'm repeating it, these people have to go to study Portuguese. You have so many centers where Portuguese language is
With your
given
with your
free.
school, with your school you have now, do you
Yes,
propose to give a class to Nigerians who want to learn Portuguese?
of course, with all pleasure,
So
I will make it available to Nigerians who are interested, because
so
the
we
world
can
is
say
interested.
honorable Chuks. So
Yes.
Nigerians working here now can tell their families that now we have honorable Chuks who is ready to give us free Portuguese classes.
Correct. I am here. I am at your disposal. Yes, I will do
Thank you
that.
very much.
And it will
So
be a thing of
Nigerians working
joy to
honorable
see
Chuks.
our people, because that has been the most important obstacle we have here. After that,
Okay.
other things becomes easier. For example, you are talking about job. You still have Brazilian graduates drive, some of them riding motorbike, delivering food and so on. That is something we see today. We didn't used to see that before. I'm a lawyer, but since I came to Brazil, I refused to practice because I'm not attracted to their legal system in any way. That's why, but Portuguese language, I tried as much as possible to learn the language to
So,
communicate
but
with the
now
people.
you can give your school. Tell us your
Yes,
school. What's the name of your school? What's the name of your school?
wayside idiomas.
He is the owner of Wayside Idiomas. Wayside
Correct.
Idiomas is offering free classes to Nigerians
To
who want to learn
Nigerians
Portuguese.
at any
Who want to
level,
learn
at
Portuguese
any level.
at any
Yes,
level.
yes.
Wayside
Idiomas.
Language School is offering a free Portuguese class to all
Correct.
Nigerians so that they can integrate the system. That's the
Exactly.
promise of Honorable CHUKS. So
Exactly.
vote for him. Ask your wives, ask children, families in Brazil, friends to vote for him. I can assure
Correct.
you that my family will vote for you because it's our
Thank you
right
very much.
to vote for
Thank
you.
you very much. Yes.
Uh, there are greetings for you here. This Musbao is saying good afternoon. Musbao from Bahia.
Thank you. Thank you.
Uh, Mustafa Mao, you are welcome again. Is greeting you. Alex
Thank
Theophilos,
you.
Zanaidi, Nigerians are greeting you. James, Honorable James Osunde is greeting
Okay.
you.
Correct.
Nigerians are they're happy with you. And we also hope
Thank
to
you.
receive other Nigerians that are also vying for top positions in Brazil. It is a pride. It is our
Thank
pride
you.
to have people like you with us.
Thank you.
The program is proud of you, and
Yes.
we hope that when you get there, or what you have said here, you will do. So you know one thing I've always
Definitely.
why I've been hammering on education. That's the only thing
Yes.
that can change a man. That is the mind of a
Correct.
person. You
Correct.
see, if you have education, you can go by the right, you can go by the left. You
That's
can make
right.
mistakes in life,
Yes.
but one day you will remember that you schooled. Then you go back to yourself. That's
Correct.
what you are doing now.
Studying is a kind of obtaining intellectual property. It stays with you.
It stays
Anywhere
with
you are,
you.
it stays with you.
Yeah. It is very important. It is interesting in one's life, and it has to be encouraged, either we like it or not.
Correct.
That is why I'm saying that Nigerians that are here in this country that are schooled, even the ones that have not schooled, they can still school with you.
Of
Because
course.
you are saying
Yes.
now that you have
It's
a
very
Portuguese class
important.
to give.
Yes. I will
Let
do
us
that. It's
encourage
very
it. Let
important.
Nigerians integrate the system. Let
Correct.
Nigerians integrate the system. In the US,
Correct.
in America, any part of the world, Nigerians are integrating the system with
And the
education.
one thing, my journalist, one thing our people should know is that Brazilians are very easy to deal with. They would like to know your problem, know how to help you. Brazilians are very friendly people, they're very helpful people. Before I decided to naturalize, I did a lot of studies before I decided that I should naturalize here. I did it the day I went to my political party, PSDB. Nobody went with me. I just walked in there. They embraced me. They gave me everything I wanted to know, including a prize which you attended.
Yes, yes,
They
I was
gave
there.
me a
I
prize.
was there. Now,
You
sir,
understand me?
when you are
So,
talking, tell
yes,
our people to vote for you. Vote Honorable CHUKS ILOEGBUNAM.
I'm still appealing
45
to our people. You may not have the voting card, but you have Brazilian friends, you have Brazilian
you have
wives.
children, you have wives,
This way,
you have
this way
colleagues.
you are helping me. Yes, one vote is very important. One vote. So please come together and help me to get to Brasilia, and I will
Let
make
us
you proud.
let us help Honorable CHUKS to get to Brasilia. Let us put him at the right place. Let him represent us. And the US, Nigerians sit together, they sit together, they do it. Now we have them at the top places. In the
Right.
UK, you can see Nigerians there, they are doing it. They've put their colleagues at the top. Here in Brazil, we must do it, and we can do it.
Correct. I'm going to
We
do,
can
I
do it.
am a pioneer, but I will want people before me to go even higher than me now. But for us to do
Valid.
this, we need to come together. We need to work together, be for one another. This is very important because
Yes.
a lone ranger doesn't do much, but if you are together, you can move mountains. Nigeria in
See,
Africa, everybody knows that we Nigerians, we are not cowards. We are very,
somebody saying
very
here that Honorable Chicks is my classmate. We went to the war university, and we were called to Barr at the same time in Nigeria. He's a gentleman by excellence. He's a man of his word.
thank you
Please,
very much.
it's a duty to vote for him. This is your message
Thank
from
you.
Chinedun Ozuebi.
Oh,
He's
my
asking
learned
you,
friend. Yeah.
he's asking you to vote for Chuks because they went to school together.
Thank you,
Uh,
my learned friend Oswebi. He is a chief in his town in Imo State. He's a chief, but he lives in
a chief.
London. He practices in London.
Yeah. So let us vote for him. Let us make him our candidate. Let us put him there. Sir, so that we won't take much of your time, talk in Portuguese to the Brazilian audience. Then let us round up. Ask
Okay.
everybody, every Nigerian to vote for you.
Meu povo paulistano, eu estou aqui e estou à sua disposição. Essa eleição, vamos mudar São Paulo para melhor. Voto 4511. Eu não vou decepcionar. Você terá direito de falar comigo onde você estiver. Só basta você ligar, a gente bate papo. O que você precisar de mim, eu vou ficar à sua disposição. Muito obrigado.
Sir, before we round up,
Yeah.
there's a question here for you. You know, our people are now into the street business. That they want a space there in Bryce, space there in some
Yes,
places where people are getting their own particular place. You know, Nigerians that
correct.
are selling things that are doing very well in their commercial businesses. If
Yes.
you get there, will you be able to secure like a galleria there in Bryce or Vidicinco only for Nigerians to sell their stuffs? Are you going to work for that? And there's that question here
Yes.
from Mustafa Mao, who is saying that
Okay.
hope you're going to work for
Mustafa.
Brazilians, you're going to work for
Okay.
Africans too, not just Nigerians.
Thank you. You know, during my first attempt as a counselor, I told some of my people that, participated in that campaign with me. I said, look, my dream is to carve out a place for our people. They don't have to travel kilometers to go to Brass. Because if we can have a section just for our own people to sell their things the way they want and they will pay their taxes, it will be awesome. We have things like that in Lagos. You have Alaba International, you have Trade Fair. We can do the same thing here in Sao Paulo. It's very easy. As I said, if you vote for me, please vote for Rodrigo Garcia, because this is the governor that will listen to me. If I take your complaint to him, he will listen. He is going to attend to us. I have never met a governor as simple and humble as Rodrigo Garcia. So that is the promise I'm making. I'm going to do that. We're going to have our own session. So when people come, they say, oh, let's go to Nigerian market. It's very easy to do. Sao Paulo has a lot of land. I mean, empty areas, we can create that. So with me as your voice, I am sure we are going to have it here in Sao Paulo.
The question from Mustafa Mao It's asking if you're gonna work for Brazilians, Africans too, not just Nigerians.
Well, we are in Brazil. Em primeiro lugar, vou trabalhar para todos que moram em São Paulo. Brasileiros, nigerianos, africanos, nós somos humanos, nós vamos trabalhar junto. O que eu vou fazer por um, vou fazer para o outro. É a mesma coisa.
So you are saying that you will be just. Not
Correct.
too
I'm
much
going
like.
to be just to all. Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you very much. Sorry, I went a little bit. When it's politics, we need to be a little bit firm because we know politicians are they need more time to they go into details. Thank you very much for joining this program, and
Thank you.
as you have promised, you will also help Nigerians, Africans, Brazilians. Principally, you mentioned helping for Portuguese classes, and
Correct.
yes, and we have announced here publicly that every Nigerian
Correct.
who still want to better his or language in Portuguese should speak
It's
with
very essential.
Honorable CHUKS.
Very
We are
essential.
with
I
you.
will help them to do it. Yes.
We are with you. I'm with you. The community is with you. The Yoruba community is with you. The Igbo community is with you. The Nigerian diaspora, whatever. The all community here, we are with you. We wish you the
Okay.
very best. We
Thank
wish
you
you
very much.
all.
Let me present my president for you. Let me
Okay.
present my president to say hi to you.
Okay.
He
That's very
made
good.
his office. He left it at my own disposal. That's my president, Renan Poli.
Opa,
He is a
pode
lawyer
ir.
and an
Pode
accountant.
mostrar a cara. Opa, tudo bem? Então, fala aí para ele, para que a gente, né? Para que todo mundo vota nele. Fala aí, fala pro brasileiro.
Todo mundo vai votar no
assistir.
CHUKS.
Ah,
CHUKS
tá
is
certo.
our candidate.
Yeah.
Our candidate. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Obrigado, president.
Let us vote for him. Let us join him. He's our candidate. We have no option.
Correct.
Let's give him the support.
Thank you very much for taking your time. I know you have so many appointments, but you gave mine your priority. So I'm very grateful. And my thanks goes to everybody that made out the time to watch our interview. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Para brasileiros, a comunidade nossa, né? A gente apoia
Sim.
ele. A gente
Com
apoia
certeza.
ele.
O
A
Polistano está
comunidade
comigo.
apoia ele. Os
Com
africanos
certeza.
apoiam ele. Vamos
É.
votar nele. Vamos votar nele.
Bom.
Thank you very
Muito
much, Honorable
obrigado a
CHUKS.
todos. Okay.
We have to end the program right now, and I'm very sure that we've done what we are expected to do.
Thank
I
you.
wish you the very best of luck. The program,
Thank you.
wish you the very best of luck. We hope that all what you have said here, you will put everything to practice.
Correct.
If eventually elected. I wish you the
By
very
the
best,
grace
the
of
very best of luck. May the good
Yes.
God you serve continue to guide you, protect
Thank you.
listen to you, and take you to where you deserve in His mighty name. Thank you very
Amen.
much, CHUKS.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
The pleasure.
Okay. It's a pleasure. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you all for following this program, to have listened to Honorable CHUKS. He's a Nigerian like myself. He's a Nigerian like a number of us. We have no option. Let's give him the support. Let him get there. Let us give him the right support. Let's push him. He's our person. We have no option. ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ẹ jẹ́ ká pàtẹ́wọ́ fún. With this, we can at least say somebody's going there to represent us. This is what we want. Thank you very much for this program. Please share the program, share the site, subscribe, share, tell your families, your friends, your colleagues to vote for him. We still have other Nigerians too that we're going to bring here too. Please, let's support them. Let's all support them. Ele é o candidato nosso, ele é o apoiado, ele tem nosso apoio como representante nigeriano e o africano e comunidade imigrante, né? A gente apoia ele, estamos junto com ele e acreditamos nele que ele vai, sim, cumprir tudo conforme ele falou aqui. Muito obrigado a todo mundo que continua com esse programa e que volte para a CHUKS. Muito obrigado. Aqui é Adeyinka Olaiya, mais uma vez. Muito obrigado. Até a próxima. Tchau!